So yes, today we'll be talking about the conversion of fraction into decimals and decimals into fraction. So how we'll be converting this one, we'll be knowing the formula, and this one we have already done in class 4 or 5, so this will not be that much hard. So let's try to do question number example number 1 is here. Let's try to learn what how we can convert the fraction into decimal. So convert 3 by 10 is given, and we have to convert this 3 by 10 into decimal. So for that, what is one of the fractions into decimals? Okay.
Conversion.
Now when we have to convert the fraction into decimal, this one is the fraction, we all know that, right? 3 by 10 is a fraction. For that, we have to convert it to the decimal by using the simple division process. You can see here the division process is here. Now, always the denominator will divide the numerator, right? Denominator will always divide the numerator. So 10 will be the divisor and 3 will be the quotient here. So what we can do here now? 10, how many is a 3? We don't know, right? Because the 10, how many is a 3? It cannot be. This one is the numerator is smaller here. So what we need to do? We need to place 0 point here. Okay, we need to place 0. Then what happens? 10 zeros a 0 will be there. Okay, 10 zeros a 0 will be there, and when we have to minus 3 minus 0, then it will be 3. Then after this, the another process is whenever we are placing the point here, whenever we are placing the decimal, we can keep here 1 0 after the number given. So after this, 10 3s are 30. And the remainder will be 0, and finally we can get the fraction into decimal is equal to 0.3. Yes, what happened? Okay, here convert 2 3 by 5 into decimal number is given. So what we can do, we can convert this mixed fraction into the fraction now. 5 to the 10, 10 plus 3, 13, 13 upon 5 will be there. And while dividing 13 upon 5, what we can do? 5, how many is a 13? 5 to the 10 will be there, 3 will be remaining, and we can keep the point now. We can keep the decimal here. So after keeping the decimal, we can place the 0. Okay, after keeping the decimal, we can place the 0. Then what happens? 5, 6, 30. And the remainder will be 0, 0. And the answer is 2.6. So this is how we can convert the fraction into decimal. Now another we have is conversion of decimal into fraction. This one is just opposite of the process that we have done. Okay, and here you can understand the easy process that I have said. This is a quick process. Okay, whenever there is 0.7, 0.7 is only there. No, after decimal only one number is there. Look, after decimal only one number is there. So when this sort of question is given, after decimal how many number are there, you have to calculate at first, and at the denominator you will be writing the same. Okay, you will be replacing this decimal, and you will be replacing this decimal by the 10. If there is like 0.77, then there are two number will be there. No, suppose here 0.77 will be there. Okay, so when there is 0.77, then one number, two number, there are two different numbers after the decimal, right? So what we can do now, for replacing this decimal, we have to count the number behind the decimal. Then after we have to write it in the denominator, like 0.77. Look, I am replacing the decimal, okay, and divided by 100. So how many number will be there? That number will be the 00. If there will be 777, 0.777, then here will be 077 upon 1000. So this is the quick process, okay? And here you can see convert 0.75 into fraction. So converting 0.75 into fraction, what we can get? Now you can see here 0.75. After decimal, there are two numbers, right? So here is 200. So what we can do is that for replacing the decimal in the denominator, we have to add 0 after 1. 1 is here, and after 1 will be the decimal. Okay, suppose 1 will be like a decimal, and this 7 will be 0, and 5 will also be 0. Now got the sum point?
Teacher, can you repeat the example number 4?
Yes, teacher.
Example number 4 again. Okay.
Yes.
Here you can see convert 0.75 into fraction. So what we can understand is that just make a trick. Okay, make a trick like this point will be considered as 1, and the number behind the point, behind this decimal, will be taken as 00. 7 will be also 0, 5 will also be 0 in the denominator, but in the numerator the number will be same. Okay, this 0, does it have value, any value, this 0?
No, teacher.
No, because
No, teacher.
part of the number, so it doesn't have any value, so it will be just written as 75 only. Okay, so this 075 will be writing on the same, the numerator will be same, and while replacing this decimal, we'll be keeping this decimal as 1, 7 has 0, and 5 has 0. So suppose this is 0.75, right? So suppose there will be 0.7512. Okay, suppose. Then what happens? Now this will be equal to 0, I'll be writing same. 7512, I'll be writing the same. And divided by this point, this decimal will be considered as, say students, this decimal will be considered as what?
After 75, how to will count?
I'm just making you, giving you another example. This one is example, okay? Not don't think that this is the process of this question number, example number 4. This is just the example that I'm providing. Okay, suppose there will be 0.7512. Then we can convert it by 0.7512. Will be writing the same on the numerator part, and in the denominator part, what happens? This decimal will be converted as what?
1.
Very good. Yes, it will be converted. This decimal will be converted as 1, and this 7 will be converted as
0.
0. Will be converted as
0.
1 will be converted as
0.
will be converted as
0.
Very good. Okay. Question number D. By using the division process. Okay. Let's try to do it in the class now. Everyone. 1 by 20.
Zero 0.05 is the answer, teacher.
Okay, 0.05. Did you use the division
Yes.
process, or you are using the calculator there?
No, teacher, I will show here only I have done. Yes, teacher.
Okay, let me see.
0.05.
Okay, are you using the calculator or what?
No, teacher, not calculator.
I have also done.
After the point, we can take one time 0, teacher, that's why.
Sir, I have also done.
Wait, okay. Okay. Here. Okay, wait. 20 and 1 is there. So you kept 0. Point also you kept it there. And 1. 10 will be there. Very good. Again he kept the 0. And there will be 100. Very good. And 25 is a 100. Very good. 0.05 is the answer.
Okay, teacher.
So you have to use the division process if this sort of question will be given. Because in denominator there is no like 10, 100, it's not given, no? Okay. So here Angel Gautam has done 25. 10 upon 20, 25 was the question. So 25 will divide 10. 25 zeros are 0 will be there, 10 will be remaining, and he will be keeping the point. Then what happens after keeping the point? We can place 1 0. So 25 fours are 100. Very good, Angel.
Teacher, my also.
Done the same thing.
Very good. If you have done the same thing, then okay. Good.
I have also done.
Okay. If you are doing the same thing, then that's okay. Okay, that's good. So this converting into decimal 1. Okay. So another 2 by 10 is there. So what will be the answer?
0.2.
0.2.
0.2.
0.2.
0.2. Very good.
0.2.
And here 14 upon 10 is there. What will be the answer now?
0.4.
0.14.
0.04. So what? 0.14.
When there is, you can see here,
1.4.
there is only 1 0. But in numerator there are two numbers.
1.4. 1.4.
Yes, 1.4.
Teacher,
Let me say, okay. 14 upon 10 is there. Only 1 0 is there. So you have to keep the decimal in between the number. Okay.
One teacher, your sound is not coming.
1.4.
After you have to calculate from the backward side. Okay, from the backward side you have to calculate the number. Only 1 0 is there. Then you will be calculating here one number. Then after you will be placing point decimal here. Suppose another question also I want to give it to you.
So 1.04.
Okay, suppose the question will be like 144 upon 10. Okay. Suppose the question would be like this. So only 1 0 is there, but 144 is there. So way to keep the decimal. Say
1.4.
So 1 in first and
1.44.
point and
no. Wrong.
14.4.
14.4. 14.4.
Whenever only the 0 is given, always the for calculating the fraction into decimal, no, you have to calculate how many 0 are there. Only when there is a 10, okay. Only when there is 10 and there is 100, like that type of number will be there. Then only you can do it directly. Otherwise, you have to use the prime factorization process. Okay. So what you can do? Sorry, I said prime factorization. You have to use the division process. Okay. So what you can do? Only 1 0 is here, and you have to calculate from the backward side. So from calculating from the backward side, only 1 0 means only one number. So only one number will be 4. So in between here only you will be keeping point. So the answer will be 14.4.
Sir, I also said 14.4.
What happened?
Sir, I also said 14.4.
Okay, that's good then. Okay, if this sort of question will be given, then I think you are able to do it now. And suppose 144 is there and 0 0 will be there. Then how to do?
1.44.
So 1.44.
Very good. 2 zeros are there. That's why we'll be calculating two numbers from the backward side. And we'll be writing 1.44 will be the answer. And suppose if there is 3 0 here, then what happens? We'll be calculating from the backward side again. 1
0.144.
Very good. 0.144 will be the answer. Very good.
So easy.
Now you are clear, right?
Yes, teacher.
Everyone are clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Teacher.
Okay, let's see a question number 4 then. Fill in the blanks with the fractional numbers. Now you can do it directly, I think. So what you can do, this 0.6 can be written as 6 by 10. 6 by 10.
A number 6 by 10, B number 8 by 10, C number 18 by 100, D number
Okay, mute your audio, everyone.
by 100.
Mute your audio, everyone. So this 0.6 can be written as 6 by 10. We all know that. But what we need to do is that we need to use a prime factorization here. Prime factorization, like what you can do, the upper one, 6 is written. So this 6 means 2 into 3. Divided by 10 means 2 into 5. So here you can see this is like this sort of term, okay, that okay, this sort of method we will be using, okay.
Okay, teacher.
This method we have to use, this prime factorization method, and we have to cancel out the numbers here. The similar numbers will be cancelling out, and the remaining one only will be writing. After doing the prime factorization, this you can see 75 is there, 5 15 is 75, 5 3 is 15, 5 into 5 into 3. Another is 100 is there. So 5 20 is 100, 5 4s are 20. So 5 into 5 into 4. 5 into 5 into 4 will be there. Now you can see in the numerator also 5 is there, denominator also 5. Another also 5 is there, or another 5 is also there in the denominator. So this can be cancelled out. So when this will be cancelled, then only the remaining will be 3 by 4. So this one you have to do it, okay? You have to use the prime factorization while converting the decimal into fraction. So in this question number 4, all the questions, most of the questions, you have to convert it with the help of prime factorization method. So understand, whenever you have to convert from fraction to decimal, okay. From fraction to decimal, use the division process. Decimal to fraction, use the prime factorization process. Let's write here.
Sir,
Yes.
can you teach me phone number I?
Wait, okay. So what you can see, fraction to decimal. From fraction to decimal, we have to use the computer audio, everyone. Yes. From fraction to decimal, we have to use the division process. And another
Teacher,
is
this
from
Sushila
decimal
Bogal
to,
is on muting his mic and disturbing.
and from decimal to fraction. From decimal to fraction, we have to use prime factorization process. Prime factors process, okay? So this one, you have to understand it, and you have to make sure that you'll be using every time this sort of thing. Okay, fraction to decimal, division, decimal to fraction, prime factorization. So here, fill in the blanks with the fractional numbers. That means decimal number is given and you have to make it into the fraction. So decimal to fraction, prime factorization. Now convert the fraction into the lowest term. So